Hey everybody, not sure who's watching, but I'm gonna pull it up so I can see you guys come in as we're doing yoga. Oh, we got Kathy. Kathy, how are you? All right, if anybody else is here, just say hi. So tonight, hey Molly, hey Sean, hey Maria. Love seeing you guys. So tonight we're going to take a different approach to practice. Last night was a little kooky. We did a flow class. So tonight I planned I miss you too, Kathy. So tonight I planned a restorative class. So it's very mellow. We're going to stay on the mat basically the whole time. So if you want to get warm, you could put a sweater on or have a blanket nearby. So we're just gonna relax. Hey Jen, hey Frankie, hey Kim. Oh my gosh, all you guys are rolling in. This is great. So we'll start in 1 minute. Just give another couple other people might stroll in. So yeah, just get comfortable. So a restorative yoga practice, very different than a flow, right? Flow, you're constantly moving or holding stronger poses. In restorative yoga, it's more passive, right? So we'll stay in the poses a little bit longer, a lot more relaxing, and for all levels. Hi Deb. Hey Christina. This is awesome. All right, so we'll start. We're going to start actually lying down tonight. So you're going to come to lie completely flat on your back, right? Take your time to get there. Now, if you have low back pain, keep the soles of your feet on the ground, right? If you don't, if you're okay, let your legs extend out. And then from there, we're going to focus on the breath for a couple minutes. Take one hand on the belly, one hand on the heart. And just begin to focus on your inhales and exhales. Right, as you inhale, the belly rises, then the chest. And then as you exhale, the chest gently draws down, the belly gently draws in. Allow everything to rest heavy into the mat. And all that's moving is the breath. So our restorative yoga practice is one where we focus more on our internal being, right? We give ourselves some time to rest. We let the muscles and joints relax. So I invite you to set an intention tonight, and maybe it's one of just self-care, right? Giving yourself time to move a little slower. Maybe something else comes into your mind. And there's two places where if you start getting frustrated or you start getting fidgety, I want you to, one, either focus, just say to yourself, inhale and exhale. The other focal point can be your intention. And this particular practice helps us to calm ourselves, right? And be more respectful of ourselves, our bodies, so then we can then give all the love we can all the happiness we can to our friends and family. Beautiful. And then from here, we're going to slowly take a deeper breath in and a full breath out. And then you'll stretch your arms alongside your head, stretch your feet out like you're just getting out of bed in the morning. And then from here, we're going to hug the knees into the chest, one at a time. And then just circle your knees around. A couple times in each direction. Massaging your low back. And then from here, we're going to place the soles of the feet flat on the ground. You're going to take your hands on top of your thighs. Your hip creases match your wrist creases, and you're going to press your thighs away. Take a couple deep breaths. Notice anything that's happening in the low back. And then we'll hug the knees back into the chest. And you'll notice some of the poses we'll do twice, right? Some at the beginning and then some at the end. And then we'll place the feet back down on the ground. One more time, we'll press the hands into the thighs. Take 3 full breaths. One more inhale. One more exhale. And then from here, you'll release the hands. And we'll extend the left leg long on the mat. We'll then hug the right knee into the chest. Give it a nice tug. And then we're going to kick the right heel up to the sky. Hold on to the back of your right leg. And from here, you can point and flex the foot or circle the ankle around. And it's not about how close you can get your leg to you, right? You don't want to try and like really jam it back. You want to actually press the thigh away, right? So the arms straighten. And then from here, you'll bend your right knee and let your right knee cross over to the left. Your left hand can come onto your right knee to help guide it down, and your right arm can come out to the side. Taking a couple deep, full breaths. And then as you inhale, we'll come back up to center. Hug your right knee back into the chest. And then we'll let the right leg come long on the mat. Feel it compared to the left leg. And then we'll hug the left knee in. Give it a nice squeeze. Stretch through the glute. And then we'll kick the heel up to the sky. Hold on to the back of the left leg. And don't hold on to the knee because that might, you might jam your knee up. You want to hold lower towards your butt. You can point and flex the foot or circle your ankle around. And then from here, we'll bend the left knee into the chest, right? And then we'll cross it over to the right. Let your left arm come out to the side. And you can use your right hand to press your left knee down. And then as you inhale, we'll come back up. Both knees hug into the chest. Right, so we're just moving mindfully and very slowly. Taking time to transition. And then from here, we're going to roll to one side and make our way up to a seated position. Good, from here, oh wow, hey guys, there's a lot of people joining in. Your hands will come onto the knees in a cross-legged position. On your inhale, you're gonna look up to the sky, let your shoulders draw back, and then as you exhale, round, gaze in towards the belly. Good, as you inhale, look up, we're doing some seated cat-cows. Shoulders draw back, and then as you exhale, round. Inhale, look up. Exhale, round. Inhale, look up. And exhale, round. Good, a couple more. Inhale, look up. Exhale, round. Inhale, look up. And exhale, round. As you inhale, you come back up to a neutral spine. And then we're going to start to circle. Circle the chest, right? And kind of sticking with that cat-cow motion. So as you roll back, right, your chest kind of goes back. And then as you come forward, chest comes forward. Right, we'll stick with one side for now, just making circles. They can be big, they can be small. And then we'll switch directions. Right, so I started to my left, so now I'm going to my right. Good, one more in this direction. And then we're going to steady ourselves back to center, sitting up nice and tall. Fingertips will reach out to the sides. We're going to do a couple breaths correlating with the arms. As you inhale, arms reach up. And exhale, release. Inhale, arms reach up. And exhale, release. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, release. Good, two more. Inhale, arms reach up. And exhale, release. Good. Inhale, reach up. Now as you exhale, we're going to bring the hands to the heart center. You're going to interlace your fingers, right? And then from there, you're going to press your hands away. And then as you inhale, arms will reach up. And then just gently sway from side to side, right? Not so much that you're toppling over, but just little movements, stretching through the sides of the waist. And then as you inhale, you come back up. Let's reach the fingertips a little bit higher. And then as you exhale, release the hands to the knees. Good. Your shoulders are tired. You can circle them around in each direction. Good. And as you inhale, the arms will reach all the way back up. Now as you exhale, you're going to reach the arms forward. So you want to keep your butt planted, right? So if leaning forward means you're here, just to keep your butt down and a little natural curve in the low back, you stay there. If you can also walk your fingertips out a little further. Good, nice breaths. Whichever leg is in front, you might start to feel a stretch on that hip. Full inhales, full exhales. And then as you inhale, we'll come back up. Beautiful. And we'll switch the cross of the legs. So my right leg was in front to start. That's my dominant leg. So maybe that's for you too. If you're a lefty, whichever. So now my left shin crosses in front. On your inhale, the arms will reach up. Beautiful. Now as you exhale, fingertips are going to reach forward. Again, for some of us, it's just leaning a teensy bit forward. For others, you might be able to walk out a little bit further. Now you have an option. You can stay still, right? But some of us who are a little antsier, like me, you can rock a little side to side. And that tends to calm you down. Right, just make the movement smooth if you are rocking. And then as you inhale, we'll come all the way back up. Awesome. So from here, the soles of the feet are going to come out in front of you. I'm going to scoot back so you can see. There we go. So people who are tighter, your legs will be out further. For those of you who can bring the feet in a little closer, you bring the feet in. You're going to hold either onto your ankles or shins, right? And for some of us, we're up here, and that's fine. We stay here. For others, maybe you wrap your hands around the feet. As you inhale, you're going to grow longer through the chest, sitting up nice and tall. Now, as you exhale, imagine you're about to jump over a beach ball or land on a beach ball on your belly, right? So we want to go above the beach ball, and then we fold. Your elbows can rest on the knees. If you have a cranky neck, you can rock your neck from side to side. And taking another full breath in and a full breath out. And then as you inhale, we come all the way back up. Good. Now you're going to take your left leg out to the side. Your right foot, your right inner edge of your foot will come to your left inner thigh. You're going to flex your left foot. Our left arm is going to reach up to the sky. Right hand comes back behind. As you inhale, grow tall. Now as you exhale, your left hand will come to the right knee. We're just taking a little twist here. As you inhale, think long in the spine, grow a little taller. As you exhale, right, you're not yanking your shoulders back. You want to move from the belly. Keep flexing those left toes. Sometimes I let mine go. And then as you inhale, both arms are going to reach up to the sky. Now you're going to look towards your left foot. Again, either your hands are going to reach towards the shin, right? But if you feel yourself rounding, I just want you to bring your hands back behind you and sit up nice and tall. You can keep the length in the spine. You're going to reach your hands either to your calf, your shin. Maybe you can grab hold of the toes. Again, keep lengthening, reaching through the chest, and then as you exhale, you'll fold. Some people are able to get their belly and head down to the shin, but don't worry about it. We're here to feel good, not to judge ourselves. And then as you inhale, slowly make your way back up to center. Beautiful. And then we'll switch sides. So now the left knee will come in. Your right leg will extend out to the side. Again, for everybody, it's different, the degree that you can take your leg out. Left hand comes back behind you, right? So you sit up a little bit taller, flex the right toes. We're going to start with the twist. Right arm reaches up. Now as you exhale, we'll bring the right hand to the left knee or thigh. As you inhale, grow a little taller. And now as you exhale, you'll twist to the left. Again, the twist is initiating in the belly, not the shoulders. And then as you inhale, arms will rise, right? So every side's different. So you might start here with the fingertips behind you. You work on sitting up nice and tall. Or you can reach your hands to your calf, your ankle, or maybe even the toes. And we'll come back to this pose again a little later on, and we'll see if there's a little difference. You can even pull on your toes, pull your toes back. And then as you inhale, slowly rise back up. Awesome. So now from here, we're going to transition onto the hands and knees. Hands go underneath shoulders, knees go underneath the hips. Spread your fingertips wide. We'll do a couple cat-cows. Again, don't force anything. We want this to be fluid and feel really good. As you inhale, the tailbone lifts, look up to the sky. And then as you exhale, round and press the floor away. Inhale, look up. And exhale, round. Inhale, look up. Exhale, round. Inhale, look up. And exhale, round. Good, a couple more. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Inhale last time. And exhale. As you inhale, we come back to a neutral spine. We're going to step the right foot back behind. So if you're in last night's class, I think we did this, just rocking forward and back. Right? Start pressing through your right heel. Nice stretch in the right calf. And then we're going to steady the hips and take our right foot and cross it over and back behind. So your right toes are behind your left toes. And from here, just sway the hips to the right. Get a nice deep stretch on the right side of your waistline, right? All up through here. And then as you inhale, come back, replace your right knee back down, and then the left leg is going to kick back. Okay? Gently rocking forward and back. And then we're going to steady our hips, steady the legs, and then cross your left leg over to the right. And from here, swing your hips to the left. You can even look down at your left toes. And then as you inhale, replace your left knee back down. Good. From here, we're going to sit back to child's pose. So for this one, you can take your knees wide, right? Or the knees can be close together. And we're going to walk the hands forward. We're going to spend some time here. So get comfy, sticking with whichever position feels best for you. Taking full inhales and deep exhales. Again, coming back to your intention. Feeling your breath moving into your low back, the belly, even the space behind the shoulders. And then as you inhale, we're going to rise back up. We'll do 3 cat-cows. So inhale to look up to the sky, tailbone lifts. Exhaling round. Inhale, look up. And exhale, round. Last one, inhale, look up. And exhale, round. And then on the inhale, we come back to a neutral spine. We're going to go into a variation of thread the needle. So thread the needle, the original version, you're up on your knees, like your butt's lifted, and then you leave your arm underneath. But tonight we're going to do it through a child's pose. So you're going to sit the hips back, and you're going to take your left arm and weave it underneath you. Your right fingertips are going to walk all the way forward. And we're going to be here for about a minute, so get comfortable. Right? Your palm can either face up, your left palm, or it can face down. Your head can turn to the right, or it can be down on the ground. And this is an awesome position to stretch through the hips, but also through the shoulder. Okay, try and let the left shoulder relax, left arm relax. Take deep breaths. Beautiful. And then on your inhale, we're going to come up out of the pose very slowly. You're going to place your left hand back down. We'll take 3 cat-cows. Inhale, look up to the sky. Exhale and round. Inhale, look up. And exhale, round. Last time, inhale, look up. And exhale, round. And then as you inhale, you come back to neutral. We'll sit the hips back once again. And then you're going to reach your left fingertips out. Your right arm is going to weave underneath you. Again, you can rest the side of your right head down, or you can stay on the forehead. Whatever feels better for you. And again, your right palm can either face up, right? So when we have our palms face up in a yoga practice, it's to receive energy, quote unquote. When we have the palms face down, it's a very grounding physical thing. And take another full breath in and out. And then as you inhale, we'll come all the way back up. Good. Beautiful. Couple more cat-cows. Inhale to look up, tailbone to rise. Exhale to round. Inhale, look up. And exhale, round. Beautiful. Inhale to look up. And exhale, round. As you inhale, we'll come back to a neutral spine. And now we're going to take a puppy pose. So your toes are going to tuck under. And from here, you're going to walk your fingertips out. right? So this, and when we're in a flow class, this is a modification for down dog. And then you're gonna let your chest sink down to the ground and then let your forehead rest down. I personally like to stay up on my fingertips in this, but you can do palms face down. I'm gonna take a couple deep breaths. And then on your next inhale, slowly make your way up. And from here, you're going to lower down to your belly. Beautiful. And then we're going to stay up on the forearms. So the forearms are directly underneath your shoulders. You'll spread your fingertips wide. Without actually moving your arms, you're dragging the elbows back towards you. Right, so your shoulders draw back. Relax your toes down on the ground, and then squeeze your thigh muscles onto the legs. Now, if you feel any pinching in your low back or mid back, what you're going to do is lift your ribs up a little bit so you feel your core start to engage. Right, but if you can stay with the belly lowered, right, we're sticking with the more passive position, but if this is causing you any discomfort, you lift the ribs up. And then maybe you look to one side, look over your right shoulder, and then the left shoulder. And just look from side to side. You can keep your gaze forward. And then we'll take another deep breath in here. Now as you exhale, we're going to lower to our belly. The hands will scoot right underneath the shoulders. From there, you're going to scoop your tailbone down. You'll press into the hands. The chest is going to lift up to a cobra, just one cobra today. Full breath in and out. And as you exhale, very, very, very slowly articulate yourself back down to the mat. Awesome. From here, coming back into the Sphinx pose just to start. And we're going to bring our right knee, I'll start with my right knee because that's the one that's facing the camera, right? We'll bring our right knee out to the right. So essentially it should be at a 90-degree angle. If you are tighter in the hips, your leg might be a little further back, and that's fine, right? So if you can, scoot it up. And then from here, you're going to lower your forehead to the mat, right? So it's not a super crazy stretching position, but it's not a position we're normally in. And this is the time for us to tune inward. So you can lower down your head onto your forearms and taking a couple deep breaths. Try and relax your shoulders. And you'll even feel the breath, right? Moving as you inhale, you'll feel it press into the ground. And then as you exhale, you'll feel the belly gently draw away. And again, that's a very grounding thing. It connects us to the earth. It connects us to something other than ourselves. And then we'll take another deep breath in and we'll come back up to the elbows. Take your time. Slowly wiggle that right leg back. We'll take this is called Sphinx pose. We'll take Sphinx pose for a couple seconds. Again, you can look over one shoulder, then the other shoulder. And then we're going to bring our left knee out to the left to start. And again, you'll notice one side's always different. Keep your right leg straight and back behind you. Your left knee is at a 90-degree angle. You can flex your foot. And then we'll lower down to the forearms, or you can stack your fists. Taking deep inhales, full exhales, coming back to your intention. Beautiful. Then we'll come all the way back up. Scoot yourself back. This position's a little hard to get out of. And then you're going to press into the hands. We'll make our way up to all fours. And then from here, we'll sit ourselves back to a child's pose once again. And if it feels better to have your arms drape alongside the body, you absolutely can do that as well. And take another deep breath in and out. And then as you inhale, we're going to come all the way back up to all fours and then back to a seated position, right? So we did this pose at the beginning, right? So now we're a little more than halfway through. So now we're just going to check it out, see where we are. So we'll start with the left leg out to the side. Your right knee is going to bend in, right? From here, we're going to reach the arms up. Flex your left toes. Now, if at the beginning of class you had to keep your hands back behind you, you can still do that. Or we can try and reach the arms forward. As you inhale, you'll lengthen through the spine, reach through the chest. And then as you exhale, you'll fold. You might notice how the breath really has an effect on our muscles and lengthening them and letting them relax. So much of the time, I know for myself, I habitually hold my breath. And that's, that causes a lot of tense muscles and, all sorts of different issues. So when we take even a half hour, 5 minutes, however long to breathe, it can have a huge, huge, huge impact on our well-being, our mental well-being, our physical well-being. And then as you inhale, we're going to come back up. We're going to do a little transition here. We're going to swing into pigeon on the right side. So now your right knee is going to come forward, right? And you're going to scoot your left leg back. First, start up on your fingertips. Squeeze your legs towards one another without actually moving them. And then you're going to lower, maybe down to the elbows, right? And in pigeon, it's okay to have your knee, right? Better to have the knee like pointing forward, then to bring it parallel to the front of the mat and have it twinge your knee. Right, so we'll start up on the fingertips, draw the legs in, and then as you exhale, lower, maybe to the elbows. For those who are tighter in your hips, you can stay up on your hands. For those who are a little bit more flexy-bendy, you can reach your chest forward. Maybe you don't have to stay up on the elbows. Just feel the weight of gravity pressing you down, right? You can't actually feel it, but just imagine it. Pigeon can be one of those poses that we avoid at all costs, right? But it's one of the main, I would say, one of the main poses in a yoga practice or even just stretching. So spending a little extra time here is so valuable. Awesome, and then from here, you're gonna flop down onto your right foot. Our left leg is gonna swing back out. Ooh, cool transition. And then from here, we'll switch sides. So now your left knee will bend in. Your right leg is going to extend out. Take your time to get there. There's no rush in this. Flex your toes, right? And we'll reach the arms up. Let the belly move over to the right. Take a nice full breath in. And now as you exhale, reach forward. Again, the hands can also stay back behind you and you sit up nice and tall. Taking deep breaths in and out. Keep flexing the right toes. Pull your right toes towards the face. And then as you inhale, we'll slowly come back up. We're going to do our funky transition to pigeon on the other side. So your left knee will be forward. You're going to scoot your right knee back behind. First, start up on the fingertips. Squeeze your legs towards one another, right? And for some of us, we stay here, or your back knee is even closer, right? For others, you can get a little deeper. Walk your right knee back. As you inhale, lengthen. And then as you exhale, lower to your elbows. Right? Another option is to take your hands into a prayer position and you bring your thumbs onto the space between your eyebrows. So this is a really good like sinus release too. Keeping some pressure there. Maybe after a couple breaths, you can get yourself a little deeper, walk your back knee back, or your shin comes a little bit more parallel to the front of the mat, but it doesn't have to again. And then as you inhale, slowly make your way back up. We're going to plop down onto our left hip, come to spin around to the top of the mat or the center, wherever you are. Take the soles of the feet together. Again, coming into our bound angle. As you inhale, you'll lift up through the chest. And now as you exhale, fold forward. Let your head relax. And then you'll inhale to rise. And now we'll take the feet out and straddle. Straddle your legs. Scoot your butt back. You'll take your hands and manually inner spiral the thighs. Flex your toes. Again, if you have rounded shoulders, hands stay back behind you. Flex your feet and you lift up through your chest. Right, and this is your forward fold. For those who can go a little deeper, you're going to send your hips back, walk your fingertips forward. Okay, keep flexing your toes. With every inhale, you can rise up a little bit, and every exhale, you can fold in maybe a little deeper, but don't push it, right? Beautiful. And then we'll inhale to rise back up. Ooh. Good. From here, we're going to come to lie on our backs. You guys are doing amazing so far. I hope you feel good. Once you're down on your back, let's circle the knees around. Maybe your hips feel a little looser. We're going to take a fun little stretch here. So I'm going to try and go on an angle. All right. So we're going to take our arms out to a T or to a cactus. You are going to, let's see here, we're going to extend the left leg. And your right knee is going to hug in and then cross it over to the left. Right? Now we're going to jazz it up. So your right knee is crossed over to the left. Now you're going to bend the left knee and maybe you reach back and hold your left foot with your right hand. Keep both shoulders relaxed. You can even walk your right knee in a little closer towards you. Just taking a nice twist. Right, but if that does not suit you tonight, you can just keep your left leg extended. We're in a regular twist. And then as you inhale, you'll come back up and we'll switch sides. So the soles of the feet will plant. We're going to extend the right leg out The left knee is going to hug in. And then you're going to cross your left knee over to the right. And then you can bend your right knee, grab hold of your right foot with the left hand, and kind of pull that foot back. Relax your shoulders. And then as you inhale, we'll come back up. Good. Hug the knees back into the chest. And then we'll extend the left leg long on the mat. And you're going to take a moment, bring your right knee into the right hand, left hand stays on your hip. We're going to slowly circle the right knee around, letting it come close in towards you, letting it move away from you. Now you're going to hold your right knee out to the right. Left hand stays on the hip. Right, so that helps to keep the left hip rooted. You can even press down on the left hand. And then as you inhale, we bring the right leg back up to center. Hold on to the back of your right thigh. Interlace the hands. Again, we come back to these poses that we started with and just notice any subtle shifts. Right? It might be a little bit more flexibility or mobility. Maybe there's less aches. And then you'll let your right leg come long on the mat. And then the left knee will hug in. Give it a nice squeeze. And then your right hand's going to come onto the right hip and circle your left knee around a couple times. Move super slow, like you were moving through peanut butter or Nutella. I shouldn't say that on the GFP page. Peanut butter's good. Almond butter. They're all good. Then we're going to hold the left knee out to the left. Squeeze it towards the left armpit. Right hand stays on the hip. You can press the hand into the hip to help keep your right hip rooted. And then we'll bring the left knee back to center. And then hold on to the back of the left leg. Again, press the leg into the hands, hands into the leg. And then we'll bend the left knee back in. Good. And then we'll hug both knees into the chest. From here, you're going to extend the feet up to the sky. Right? So this is a very, this is actually a more active variation of legs up the wall. So if you do have a wall nearby you, when we do move into Shavasana, you can do legs up the wall. All right, and that's where you sit your butt very close to the wall. And then the legs go up. Very descriptive title. Right? Even if you have a couch, you can bend your knees and let your knees come onto the couch. You can scoot yourself there. But for now, we're going to take Happy Baby, grabbing onto either the outside edges of the feet. That's the most deep variation of the pose. Gently rocking yourself side to side. You can hold on to your shins or your knees. Beautiful. And then from there, when you're ready, hug the knees back in. We're going to take one more pose. Soles of the feet come together. And you're going to bring one hand onto the belly, one hand onto the heart. Coming back to your intention for your practice. And then we're going to guide the knees back in towards one another. So that's another option too for Shavasana. If you want to stay here with the knees out to the sides, one hand on the belly, one hand on the heart, you can totally do that. Or you can extend yourself legs long. Or you can do legs up the wall or legs up the couch. And we'll take a couple minutes here to breathe. You can use this time as time to meditate, focusing on your intention, or taking time to, use for prayer, whatever you need or whatever feels right for you. Wherever you are, relax every bone, relax every muscle, relax every joint. Right, every cell of our beings are resting. And feel how the earth is supporting you. Right, again, something other than yourself is supporting you right now. And taking a couple more deep breaths in and out through your nose. And then you'll slowly, slowly, slowly begin to take a deeper breath in through the nose, into the belly. And then out of the belly, out through the nose. If you have the time and the space to stay in Shavasana, you are more than welcome to. If you have to get back into the rest of the night, you'll wiggle your fingers, wiggle the toes, stretch your arms, and stretch the legs. And then when you're ready in your own time, guide the knees into the chest. Gently rock yourself from side to side. And then from here, you'll come to roll over onto one side and then use your arms to make your way back up to a seated position. With your eyes closed, the hands will either come to your knees or to your heart center. And sending yourself a whole heck of a lot of love for giving yourself this hour to breathe, to tune inward. And it is a more challenging practice, even though it's more passive. Sometimes when we're left alone with our own thoughts, it gets, a little hectic on the insides, right? So kudos to you for taking time to breathe, to look inward. And then we'll take another deep, full breath in. And as you exhale, you'll bow your head to your very own heart. Thank you all so much for joining in with me. Namaste. And I miss you all terribly. But I love to see everybody's name popping up. And let me know if you're doing the virtual 5K. If you haven't signed up, you should sign up. It's going to be fun. All right, I'll see you guys next week. Thank you again. Bye.